Hello, my friend, and welcome. This is your moment. I'm Katarina Miletic, and you are listening to the podcast that will challenge you to think with your soul and believe that your only power is inside you. Today, you are my guest. Today, this is your moment, my friend. You have seen that on this platform, I interview dear guests, and they come here sharing their story and their passion and their mission in order to inspire you and invite you to reach for these same things inside you. Maybe you got the impression that many of these guests were highly aligned with their own purpose. And when you are coming from the place of alignment with the highest calling in your life, then everything you do, everything you produce is pure inspiration, it's contribution. And you know what is possible? They are realizing their biggest dreams. And in realizing their own biggest dreams, they're inspiring everyone else who they came into this lifetime to serve, to reach for the same things inside themselves and to open up to the possibility of realizing their dreams. You too can become unstoppable in realizing your dreams and becoming the force for good, the biggest and best version of yourself. Today, I am going to ask you those questions that I have asked myself, and I will be sharing with you my answers so that you can reach inside you and figure out where you truly want to be, what is your dream and your mission, and where you are in regard to that dream at this very moment. I promise you one thing, that by the end of this episode, you are going to be crystal clear as to what it takes for you to live your dream. In order to fulfill your heart's dreams, all you need to do is to embody and live that highest version of yourself that already has realized that dream. You need to become it. You need to become that version of you in this moment. And when you do, everything connects. How does that sound to you? Are you excited to the core of your being to be able to finally realize your fullest potential, to have the formula as to how this works? And please don't pretend with me that you do not have that big dream and that you don't know that you are part of the biggest picture possible, the picture in which every single thing is possible. Every single dream of yours is already a reality. How does that sound? If that excites you, please write, yes, I need to know more in the comments. You see, I made this platform for the high impact, mission-driven leaders. I created this platform for you, and the truth is, this is how it works not only in business, but in life as well. So when you tune in to the frequency of your highest self, you align your purpose with your true calling in life, and you live as the fullest expression of who you are. I know that you have inside you this hunger to give more, to inspire more, to be more, and to contribute more. If this is true, my friend, then I want you to tune in, to listen very closely, and not to miss a single word. I was sitting in my parents' living room. in front of me, box with old paintings. I was taking them out one by one. And in every single one, vivid colors, scenes from my childhood, happy memories, and so much love pouring out of every single brush stroke. Dad, I said, why did you stop painting? My dad looked at me and he said, well, when you and your brother were born, I had a family to raise. I had a responsibility. I could no longer work on my hobby. But Dad, I said, we are big now. And I could see doubt in my dad's eyes. He still couldn't justify spending time doing something he loved the most. But in that moment, my friend, an idea was born. I started plotting a surprise for my dad. I bought in the next 6 months all the painting materials I could get my hands on, books, papers, watercolors, brushes, everything and anything. And I started learning how to paint. And I thought, surely if I ask my dad to help me, he couldn't say no. And when I saw my dad after 6 months, he came to England for holiday and he said, yes, of course, I'll help you learn to paint. So from that moment on, my dad and I set out on this adventure. I was witnessing my dad become so childlike, so innocent, and I saw him pour everything that he had into this act of playing and creating. And as I was observing him, I was doing something very similar to him, and I was discovering a gift that I never knew I had. You see, I set out on this mission to help my dad reconnect with a long-lost hobby, the gift that I knew he had inside him that he needed to express and share with the world. But in that act of pure love, my dad was showing me the gift that I had inside me, and I never knew I had it until that moment. You see how the unconditional love worked on both sides of the spectrum. From that moment on, for the next 27 years, we have been painting together joyfully. We enjoyed exhibitions together. We created together with our friends. And a few years down the line from me starting to paint, my dad plotted a surprise for me. After one of those holidays here in England, my dad said, you know, honey, I'm going to take our latest paintings to frame them in Belgrade, because he took another hobby, which was making wooden frames. And I was thrilled that my dad is going to frame our paintings. So I said, yes, of course you do that. What I didn't know is that when my dad reached Belgrade, he entered our latest paintings into a very prestigious competition with over 3,000 entries. Now, I live in England. I couldn't attend the exhibition. And on the opening night of the exhibition, the winners were going to be announced. Over 3,000 entries and professional panel of 5 judges. There were going to be only 10 highly commended paintings and 1 single winner. My dad and mom were there. The press was there, the radio hosts, everybody waiting there to hear this announcement. And they started by announcing from the 10th place on. And they said number 10, number 9, and so on. And can you imagine the look on my dad's face when he heard his own name read as the number 3 highly commended painting? He nearly fainted. He was so happy. And I was thrilled for him, because I was here on the other line, on the other side, on the phone listening to the results of this. And my dad was thrilled, but he wanted to hear another name, and he kept on waiting. They announced number 2, number 1 highly commended. My name was not on that list. My dad was a little bit deflated and sad. He looked down and he heard the announcement come through the speakers. When they finally announced the winner, and they said, and the winner is Katarina Miletic. Can you imagine how my dad felt in that moment? He later described to me that as the proudest moment of his life, that everything that he was doing and creating, he was able to pass on to me. My dad had to give the interview that evening to the press, and it was, for me, also one of the most defining moments of my life, because I did something out of pure love. My reward was in creating a masterpiece, and I wasn't even aware that I was doing it. So when I look today at what I do, I'm so proud and so happy that I get to mentor high impact leaders to create a masterpiece of fulfillment and of joy in their life and in their work. I want you to be able to create your legacy, to start creating the best work that you have ever produced. And you can only do this when you are connected with your inner child, when you're connected with your purpose and with your highest self. And then everything that you create from that place of alignment, I promise you, is a masterpiece. Sadly, my dad is no longer here with us in physical form, but I feel my dad's energy, and I know that he's mentoring me from above. He is sharing in the success, not only of my own work, but the work of my students and their achievements. That makes me so happy, knowing that when we give everything, and my dad felt that he has used every single gift that he had inside him to use. So he went to that other side happy and fulfilled. And that is what I wish for myself, for my family, and also for you. So just in case you missed them, what are those 3 essential steps that are the foundation of your success and the road to creating the masterpiece of your life? Those 3 simple steps are playing, connecting with your inner child. Number 2 is purpose. That is leading you to your highest calling in life, leading you to your highest self. The child is the portal into the direct connection with the creator of everything. And number 3 is masterpiece. That is how you create a masterpiece. When you connect the 2, the first 2, the third one follows automatically. My dad and I have proven it. We lived it. I am proving it in every single area of my life. So if you want success, play, align with your purpose, and create masterpiece after masterpiece, my friend. So how does it feel? If this doesn't make you so excited and have like the biggest relief ever in your life to finally know that this is possible for you. I am no special person. I just reached for all of the gifts inside me, and I am happy to share them unconditionally with the world. That is all it takes. That is all you need to do, to allow yourself this innocent childlike approach in life, alignment with your highest calling, and then offering those gifts to those who you are meant to serve. There is no way that you won't succeed if you follow these steps. Let me know how this makes you feel. Are you excited? Are you hopeful? Are you inspired? Write it down, call your best friend, journal, write to me in the comments. Do something and start creating the dreams you came here to live. This video is almost over, so you can do it right now. Don't put it off, my friend. Now, my community is centered around these 3 pillars: play, purpose, and masterpiece. And every single person in my community cultivates creativity, is in touch with their deepest inspirations, because those inspirations are subtle, but we can tune into it through the portal of our inner child. And we have so much fun in the process. We are creating spaceships out of cardboard boxes. Yes, grown-up people. Yes, in today's crazy world, we are doing this and we are creating an impact and we are making a difference in the life of those that we came here to serve, who came to hear this message from us. The same way you're receiving this message from me, just think there is somebody in this world who is yet to hear that message delivered through you. This is your moment. Grab it with both hands and share the message. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here. There isn't anything but pure love flowing to you from every single one of these episodes. I'm going to put a link to this Facebook group that's called Unconditionally Yours in the description of this podcast. If you're a high impact leader, if you have a high calling in life, if you're centered around one mission, but you perhaps have disconnected and want to align with your truest purpose, with the real power inside you that will give you all the confidence and the direction in which you need to go, then please click on that link and join us in that community. I will speak with you next Sunday.